Hi, I'm going to do a tutorial to make a chapstick koozie. Just a quick tutorial. You need 4 pieces to start. You need a piece that is anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches across. This one's closer to 1.5 by 3 inches, and one that is that same width by 5 inches. 1.5 inches is for a regular chapstick, and 2 inches is more like one of the wider chapsticks, like almost a cocoa butter stick. So you cut these two pieces out. You need a piece of each of the lining, and a piece each of the print. And the first step is you're going to put right sides together of the lining on the small piece, and you're going to just sew right across here. Okay, so really close to the edge, and then you're going to flip it inside out, and you're going to sew top stitch it. So I'll show you that when it's done. Alright, here's what it looks like when you have that first line of stitching, and now I'm going to turn them over, wrong sides together, and I'm going to top stitch right along the top of here. This will be shown. Make sure you get it nice and even, especially if you're using the 1.5 inch width, so that you have all of the seam allowance to use. So I'm going to go do that. I'll show you what it looks like and show you the next step. Alright, so I have top stitched right here. So you can see the back, the lining, here's the inside. Now, here's how you set it up. You're going to take the back piece and you're going to set it on top of the other piece. So right sides together. And you're going to flip it over. Line up those corners really well. And you're going to put right sides together on the lining. Now you're going to take your sewing machine and you're going to sew down here, make a corner, sew here, and sew up, and then we'll flip it. Okay, so I have sewn down one side, turned, and up the other, and you can see that I've clipped the corners close, but not into the stitching, just clip them off as much as I could, so that when you flip it, you'll have a better corner. So now here's the tricky part. We're gonna flip this. I'm gonna try and do this one-handed. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to do it. I might have to do it in steps because, well, I can't find my tool. There it is. So I've got this neat tool. It's actually very simple. It's just a tube, and you stick the tube down inside here between the two right sides, and then you push the stick that comes with it, just a dowel, you push the stick down into the other end, and then you flip it. So I don't know that I can show you the action because I don't have a holder for my camera, but I'll show you what the steps look like. So here's what it looks like with the turner inside there. Now I put it between the two right sides. So these two lining sides, it's not in between those two, it's between the right sides. And now I'm going to take my stick and I'm going to push it here. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the stick. I'm just going to push this in and slide this over here, and then it'll flip out, and I'll show you what that looks like next. This is what it looks like next. So you can see, now I haven't pushed the corners all the way out. I don't know that I will because this is for my son. But here's the back piece, here's the long lining piece, here's the front piece that you did the top stitching on. And now I fold this over like this, being careful to be very square at the top here. And then I zigzag that seam shut, and then I put my hardware on there, and then I close the hardware by pushing on it with I've got a clear acrylic block, and I just push down on it once it's zigzagged, and then it's all done. That's a chapstick cozy. I'll show you a picture when I get it finished. Alright, here it is, folded over and zigzagged. You can see I folded it backwards. It seems like a simple step, and I know it doesn't show, but it's really important because when you zigzag here, it keeps the fabrics from slipping apart when this pulls on it on your back. So it's really important that you do that. So then I will slip it in here and clamp that down, and I'll have a chapstick cozy. All done.